We are the lunch break, and you're watching the Ultimate Spotlight CMV show.
I thought it was over. But here's another one.
Welcome to the Ultimate Spotlight CMV, music television that is definitely redefined. I'm your host, Patrick Kelly. This evening we have two of the most amazingly talented entertainers in the house tonight. We have singer Tocarra Hamilton of Usher's remix, Daddy's Home, as well as a producer that is responsible for the hottest #1 hip-hop single in the country. I'm talking about Kill Will, who is responsible for producing Birdman and Lil Wayne's Fire Flame. Don't go anywhere, because when we return on the Ultimate Spotlight CMV, we'll be sitting down with Miss Tocarra Hamilton.
Yo, what's up? This your girl Tocarra. Make sure you check me out at the Ultimate Spotlight CMV. And also, be looking out for my reality show, Make a Way.
My name is Betsy Kim, and I'm a student at Georgia Tech. I'm a public policy major, on the cross-country team, and a volunteer in my community. For me, it's all about a passion for progress, the desire to better ourselves, motivate our youth, and impact our communities. I believe in we before me.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Spotlight CMV, music television that is definitely redefined. I'm your host, Patrick Kelly. Singer Tocarra Hamilton is no stranger to the Atlanta music scene. Tocarra is currently featured on Usher's remix, Daddy's Home, and currently boasts a new single called Go. I had the opportunity to catch up with Tocarra at the Sanctuary New Year's Eve, and this is what she had to say to me.
If only I could find a way, I wanna go.
Kelly with the Ultimate Spotlight CMV TV show, and we're here in Buckhead at the Sanctuary for our 2011 celebration. And right now we're talking with Miss Tocarra Hamilton. Miss Hamilton, what was it like working with, or how did you get a chance to be on Daddy's Own, Usher's remix?
I actually know the person who wrote the song, Rico Love. Shout out to Rico Love. So, you know, friend of a friend, favor, you know. Okay. That's how that worked out.
Okay, so you also was just on tour with Jasmine Sullivan. How did that happen?
I opened up for Jasmine Sullivan a little while ago, about last month in Miami. It's an opening act, you know.
Okay. So I take it that you're working on a new single, a new album. How's that going?
Well, I have a single out. It's called Go. You can check that out on my website, tocarramusic.com. I'm actually working on a reality show. It's called Make a Way. And I'm just recording, you know, continuing to progress in the music industry, just make my way in the music industry.
Okay. So how did that whole idea come up as far as you doing a reality show?
I just felt like, you know, people should know how it is trying to make it in the music industry independently without, you know, the perks of the budget and, you know what I'm saying, the label behind you pushing you, like, you know, just making a way in the music industry, grinding.
So I'm quite sure a lot of people want to know, who is Tocarra Hamilton?
I'm an artist, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a mother, I'm a young lady, ready for the world to get to know me. I'm human.
Okay. So do you have an idea when your album is going to drop or when your first single is going to drop?
Well, my single is actually out. You can hear it on iTunes and you can hear it on my website. I don't know actually when my album is going to drop, but I'm going to say soon. 2011, you'll hear an album from Tocarra.
So who are some of your inspirations, as far as like who inspired you to be Tocarra Hamilton, the artist?
Well, the artist, I can say Beyonce is one of the major people that I look up to in the music industry, business-wise, and you know, just the whole grind of the music industry. I really like the males in the music industry, so I give a shout out to, as far as my genre, you know, Chris Brown, I have to say Puffy, I have to say, like, you know, the Rick Rosses, like people like that, because of the grind and because I know where they came from and they motivate me, you know what I mean?
So what was your whole experience like working with the whole Usher's remix project? Did you get a chance to meet him? And what was that experience for you?
Well, I actually met Usher years ago because of Rico Love. I worked with him in the Corner Boys And so, you know, Rico was kind of like under Usher, working with him, but now he's, you know, his own man, running his own label and stuff like that. So that's how that worked out. But working with him during this whole situation, that I didn't work with him. I took that upon myself. So, you know what I'm saying, make some good music and let people know, you know what I'm saying. It was like a response record for the ladies, you know, the remix that I did. But the opportunity came about from Rico Love, because that's the person who actually wrote the song.
So what are like 3 things that you could give to aspiring artists to help them to kind of like set themselves up to be where you are right now?
Well, make sure it's something that you want to do. Be loyal to yourself, and make sure you have the ambition and the drive to push yourself to the level or wherever it is you want to be.
So are there any shout outs that you want to give right now since we're here? I mean,
well, I want to give a shout out to everybody. Everybody, hey, it's Tocarra shouting out.
All right, so you hear it first. This is Patrick Kelly with the Ultimate Spotlight CMV TV show, and we're out.
So you've heard it here first with Tocarra Hamilton. She's definitely an artist that is on the verge, an artist that is on the rise, an artist that is making her way. Don't go anywhere, because when we return on the Ultimate Spotlight CMV, Jean-Luc Tahoe and Lee Walton of the Round Table will be sitting down with Tocarra at Lucky Lounge for her mixtape CD release.
Okay, so it's 3708,
Okay.
paper or plastic?
Plastic. That's the magic word. What? Green police. You picked the wrong day to mess with the ecosystem, plastic boy.
Battery! Battery. Let's go. Take the house. Come on.
Put the rind down. Sir, that's a compost infraction.
Oh! Did you install these bulbs?
No.
Tragedy strikes tonight where a man has just been arrested for possession of an incandescent light bulb.
What do you guys think about plastic bottles now?
The water setting is at 105. Yeah. You got a TDI here?
Clean diesel.
You're good to go, sir.
Good afternoon, officers. Are those foam cups you're drinking from?
Yeah.
Please step out of the car and put them on the hood.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Spotlight CMV, music television that is definitely redefined. I'm your host, Patrick Kelly. We caught up with Tocarra Hamilton at the Lucky Lounge in downtown Atlanta for her mixtape release with DJ Gutter Down. And this is what she had to say to Jean-Luc Tahoe and Lee Walton of the Round Table.
So tell us, what are your plans for this year, 2011?
My plans for 2011 is to make myself more known to the world.
I like that. And how do you intend to do that?
I'm working on my reality show, so I plan on introducing that. I'm also working on finishing an album, doing more tours, just, you know.
So let's start with the reality TV show. Can you tell us more about it? What does it entail?
Yeah, the reality show is called Make a Way. It's about me making my way in the music industry independently.
So are you signed right now?
No, I'm independent.
Keep it going, keep it going. All right. So let's start with the reality TV show. What does it entail?
It's just gonna show me doing things independently and not with the perks of a major label as far as promotion and the budgeting and, you know, all the things that the major label would give you. It's just me making my way in the music industry, like using my own money and my own contacts and my own connects, all of that type of stuff.
Wow, that sounds interesting. So how many episodes do you intend on shooting for that show?
Well, first we're gonna, you know, pitch it and get the first, you know, hour or so, you know, introducing to the world, get on sitcoms and stuff like that. Then after that, I plan on it to be like, you know, the regular TV shows, every Tuesday, 45 minutes or something like that.
Now, you don't have any crazy sisters or anything that are going to be on the show? Or?
My reality show is not about drama. It's not about, you know, trying to get like down to the roots as far as, you know, my foundation and, you know, stuff like that. It's just about me making my way in the music industry.
So you know this is Atlanta. Will we get to see some familiar celebrity faces in your reality TV show?
I don't know if somebody appears somewhere, but really it's just about me and, you know, my management and my team, you know, stuff like that.
So basically stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Good, good. So as far as the music career goes, I know that you're in R&B, and who would you most likely compare yourself to?
I would have to say there's no comparison. You know, I'm unique and I just make music that, you know, people will want to hear, I feel like, in music that I love. So, you know, I don't feel like it compares to anybody.
Fair enough, fair enough. So are you also a performer? Do you dance?
Yeah, I do dance. But as of right now, you know what I'm saying, like I just work the stage and do the eye contact, you know. Just regular performing, getting the crowd's attention.
Now, you said you don't you don't sound like anybody. What does your music sound like?
It just sounds like young, fresh, unique.
Now, is it like a hip hop thing going on, or it's just straight R&B?
Like smooth, yeah, real smooth. It kind of, I would say, I don't want to say I would compare myself to, but just of the vibe of it, I would have to say Aaliyah.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one, actually. So, you know we're going to ask. Can you do a little something for us?
Okay. I'll just sing a little bit. Well, hello, first I'll introduce me. They call me Tocarra.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
That right here is the nut.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tocarra, for that little segment.
Now, what's the next step? So you said you're doing it independently now. You're using your own money. What do you have to say to artists out there that are thinking it's all about getting the big record deal? And, you know, what kind of advice can you give them?
Well, first, I would have to say, like, you have to believe in yourself. So whether you get the recognition from a major label, if you can do what you can do yourself to get the recognition that you want, then that's you believing in yourself first. So I would say believe in yourself first and just have people in your corner that is there supporting you, that love you, you know.
Now, you ain't on the homeboy hookup, right? You're doing this all yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't have a homeboy hookup.
You don't have a homeboy hookup?
The only homeboy hookup I had was the one of me getting on the Usher record.
That's big enough. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but no, other than that, it's just me and my team working. We just grinding it out.
Good. Talking about your team, from a business standpoint, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned within the past couple of years?
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's just a lot of life lessons, a lot just trusting, just, you know what I'm saying, learning how to separate business and personal.
Reading the fine print.
Yeah, all of that. You got to make sure that, but you got to make sure you have a good manager for that one. And as your manager is teaching you, make sure you learn so that you'll be able to make some business moves for you and your manager.
Could you say that again? Because I hear so much from managers.
You need to learn from them so that you can help your management make business moves for both of you.
Okay, just one more time. Just one more time. No, seriously. No, because I hear so much from managers about how artists are difficult to work with, and you know, these new guys come into the game and they think that, you know, they're a superstar right off the bat, and you try to tell them, it's like, oh, slow down. You know, you got to crawl first.
Yeah, you have to crawl first.
Now,
you really have to crawl.
Now, what do you have to say for those guys? Because you know they're going to be trying to jump on your remix. You can get 30 rappers trying to jump on your remix in a minute.
You always need help. So if you didn't do it by yourself, then you have to recognize who has helped you get to where you're at.
That's interesting. Now, I work in business management. And from the changing landscape in the industry, right? Touring is where most of the money is made.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a touring act, or how do you envision your stage presence in the future?
Of course, I'm a touring act. That's part of, you know, the grind. That's part of everything. That's for the world to know you, you know. That's part of the job.
That's important, and I wanted to say that because you do have those studio singers.
You have to tour, yeah, you have to tour. And if you are a studio singer, you make sure that when you lip singing, you don't mess up.
Amen to that.
Now, what about the singers out there that use auto-tune in their songs, and they get on stage, and now it ain't quite doing what it did in the studio.
You gotta make sure your advance is right, and whatever money you get, make sure that you invest it in a great audio tune, mic or auto tune. I don't know because I don't use it.
So what would you advise up-and-coming artists to consider when it comes to their physical appearance in this industry, and how important it is?
Whatever you think your beautiful asset is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you use that to your advantage, but don't just use your beauty to the advantage. Everything about you should be beautiful. Your inside beauty should shine more than your outside beauty anyway.
So how important do you think image is? It's obviously important, but for you, when it comes to your career, is it 50-50 or is it 100% in terms of image versus talent and things of that nature?
To me, it's really just about my music. Like, I mean, of course I'm a woman, so, you know, I want to look good, but to me, like, it's about my music. I don't.
You heard it here first.
Now, what are you going to do when they show up with the big record contracts?
I'm just, if the money right, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it can help me do what I'm doing, or if it's doing more than what I'm doing, then yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, okay.
Fair enough.
And don't forget the people that got you there. All right, all right.
So are there anybody you want to acknowledge while you're on the show here today?
Yes, everybody who knows me.
Okay. You ain't say my mama.
No mama.
Jesus.
No.
You know, how you gonna let Jesus not get his props?
Everybody who knows me, and I do love the Lord, because without him, I would not be here.
Okay.
No specific haters? Come on.
I mean, you know, they always get a hey.
There you go.
So, you've heard it here first at the Ultimate Spotlight CMV. Tocarra Hamilton is definitely making her way. She has a new single called Go, which you can check out at www.tocarramusic.com. And that's Tocarra music.com. Let's catch up with our Canadian correspondent in Toronto, Mr. Raleigh Harden, and see what he's up to.
Party people in the house, you're about to witness something you've never witnessed before.
Keisha.
What's going on, ATL? It's your boy Raleigh. I'm out here in the T.O, aka Toronto, Canada, and right now we're on location with Keisha, aka Keisha Fresh. And you guys make sure you go check out her hit song, Hollywood Fresh, on YouTube. So we're gonna do a quick interview with her today, and also her music developer Kilo, who's really big in the city. He works with all the up-and-coming artists and the celebrities that come through Toronto. So give it a warm welcome to Keisha.
Take time to rethink the words that you're performing. You are just aiming, I'm already scoring. Instead of straight hating, start listening to my music. Pretty sure your boyfriend and his mom listen to it. Skinny jeans, curly.
How you doing?
Good, good.
That's good. So right now we're on set at York University, and I just want to know basically what you're doing here. Let everybody in Atlanta know what's going on with you.
What's up, Atlanta? Right now we're at York University. I'm working on some artist development, getting into shape to do my performances, working on my music, you know, working on my stage confidence and presence right now. So that's what we're doing.
All right, so what's next for Keisha? Like, where are you going right now? What can we expect to you? It's 2011. Everybody's really excited about, you know, what you have coming out. I heard you run Toronto, so it's really good.
That's true, that's true. What's next? Everything's next. I plan to do music. I plan to have the next hit single that I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna love out in Atlanta. We have videos coming up. We have projects, team projects that we're working on coming up, so it's gonna be big.
All right, that's what's up, that's what's up. So let's get your developer out here. His name is Kilo. So let's get him out here so we can ask him a few words. What's going on? So everybody in ATL, say it up to Kilo. What's going on, man? What's going on? So you guys are doing it big. So everybody know what you do out here in Toronto.
Well, right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to work with as many up-and-coming Toronto artists as possible. Make sure that they're prepared for the stage.
Right.
I've been dancing for a few years now, and I've been acting since I was 2 years old.
Right.
So being in front of the camera, being on stage, I've been doing music theater, so it's not new to me.
Right.
That's actually where I find myself most at home. Okay. So with Keisha here, you know, today we've been working on making sure that she had her gestures right, making sure she felt the intent of the music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So how important is it for artists that are coming up, that are, you know, even indie label artists or even established artists, how important is it for them to have someone like you to work with them?
It's actually, you know what, I would consider it really important to make sure that you always have like a direction that you're going.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of artists, they'll, like, especially rap artists, they figure, you know, oh, it's not about what I'm saying, it's about, you know, if I look good, you know, I'm doing my thing on camera, you know what I'm saying? So, really and truly, it's like if you're gonna do a song that's about love, you gotta act romantic, you gotta do your thing. If you're gonna do a song that's about a breakup, it's gonna be sad.
Right.
Gangster, you gotta be gangster. You know, cocky, you gotta be cocky.
Right.
Everything's got a different feel to it. So I don't want to see you rapping like you're gonna be talking about love, and rapping like you're talking about a breakup in the same thing. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense.
And is development all you do right now, or you just work with them specifically on, you know, development, or do you do other things with the artists?
Well, a lot of the time, like, actually, I have a business partner that I work with. His name is Chosen Touch, and he's got his clothing line that he's starting up right now. So he's gonna be doing styling. He does media training. He's also an actor. He does a lot of stage performances as well.
Okay.
So I work with him, and he does that sort of a behind-the-scenes kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I more so work on what happens in front of the camera. Also, I like to get in the studio with the artists and make sure they have their enunciation right, make sure they're hitting the notes, because I'm a singer as well, so I do vocal kind of training, stuff like that.
Right.
And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my work with each artist.
Okay, cool. All right, so you guys heard it out there that, you know, this is what's going on in the T.O right now. ATL, back to you guys.
So, now we know that Toronto definitely has a music scene and they have it going on. That was our correspondent in Toronto, Mr. Raleigh Harden, for the Ultimate Spotlight CMV. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, we'll be sitting down with a producer that is responsible for the hottest hip-hop single in the country right now, Kill Will.
My name is Betsy Kim, and I'm a student at Georgia Tech. I'm a public policy major, on the cross-country team, and a volunteer in my community. For me, it's all about a passion for progress, the desire to better ourselves, motivate our youth, and impact our communities. I believe in we before me. Being a leader in my community is how I live united. The ACC and United Way. Live united.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Spotlight CMV, music television that is definitely redefined. I'm your host, Patrick Kelly. Our next guest has the #1 hip-hop single in the country right now that is burning up the airwaves. We're talking about Fire Flame, and the producer responsible for that track is Kill Will.
Fire flame, flame, fire flame spitter. Yeah. Fire flame, flame, fire flame spitter. We the business, $100 million. We the business, $100 million. What you talking about? Fire flame, flame, fire flame spitter. Fire flame, flame, fire flame spitter. We the business, $100 million. We the business, $100 million.
Good evening, this is Patrick Kelly for the Ultimate Spotlight CMV TV show, and I'm your host.
I'm Charles B. Walker.
All right, and we're here with Kill Will. Kill Will is the producer for the hottest track that's like hitting the airwaves right now, Birdman and Lil Wayne, Fire Flame. Kill Will, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
We actually doing pretty good. Pretty good, man. So, how did this whole thing come about with you submitting your track and Birdman and them picking it up?
You know, my management, Big Von, that Make It Happen management, he did a whole lot of, pulled a whole bunch of strings to make this one happen. So at the end of the day, it was like basically, I sent the track over to him. He listened to some tracks that I submitted. It was kind of like, he heard a couple specific that Cash Money might mess with, and they ended up messing with it.
Okay, so what was the feeling like? What was the side like when you heard that they actually picked your track to use it for his single, upcoming single?
It's kind of like surreal, for real, because I grew up listening to Cash Money. I mean, who didn't? And then all of a sudden, it was like on World Star Hip Hop, it had like 7 million views in like 2 days.
Wow.
that was crazy.
Dude, woo.
So I'm gonna ask the question: when is the check coming?
I already spent it, man. I already spent it. I'm broke.
Oh, you already spent it.
On,
What you gonna get to? You went and got what? You know, you bought a Rolls Royce store? What? I mean, come on.
Man, I bought a Maserati. No, I'm playing, man. Actually, you know, I got a nice little situation out of this whole thing.
So when you got the check, when you saw the numbers on it, did you say to mom, like, Mom, dude, you know, I'm not living in your basement no more. I'm throwing away my Fruity Loops. You know, I'm doing this for real now. I'm official. I'm really a producer, Mom, for real.
Nah, it wasn't that serious. It was kind of actually like I'm about to put this up so I don't mess up my money and let's move on to the next one.
You can't do that. Ain't hip hop. That ain't hip. You supposed to say, you know what? I'm stunting. I need 40 buck naked chicks. I'm pulling up in my Maserati. Let's go.
That would have been fun, but how long would that have lasted?
It don't matter. This is hip hop. Come on, baby. Come on.
Nah, I had a little fun, but you know.
Okay. Where are you from? Because you seem like too down to earth to be a New Yorker.
I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I done heard a lot of heat coming out of Cincinnati, but it's like you guys don't usually get a chance. I mean, you don't get a break.
That ain't necessarily true. Just people don't pursue the right avenues sometimes.
Okay.
And hopefully I can help bring it back to where I'm from and give other people a chance to do stuff.
So you make sure you rep Cincinnati when you out there, right? You like, yeah, don't, you know, Atlanta's good, you know, love Atlanta. I'm from New York. You know, yeah, exactly. No, but you Cincinnati.
Yeah,
you know, so let's keep it
100%.
official. So Cincinnati needs to get a name for itself. Because I've heard some, I mean, like, for real, one of my neighbors, his grandson, he's an older guy, but his grandson came here and he came in our studio and was, you know, letting us listen to some tracks he had done. This is a 14-year-old kid.
Right.
And this kid put out some heat. So much so that his grandfather took him over to Doppler and they were like, okay, yeah, we'll mess with this kid.
That's what's up.
And he's from Cincinnati.
What's his name?
I don't even know.
Okay. So earlier I asked you the question, like, what you felt like when you found out that they accepted your track. So the real question is, because I asked Tommy Guns the same thing, when he realized that his song was #1 all over the country with Mims, This Is Why I'm Hot. Now, how do you feel now knowing that you have the #1 song in the country right now?
It's an amazing feeling. It's just, you know, I'm real thankful that I'm put in this situation. I'm so glad that everything's going kind of good. You know, nobody's really tried to play me on the contract side and everything looks good. So I'm just ready to keep moving and make more hot music.
Okay.
Possibly get another #1.
Okay. So other producers that's coming up, because we know there are plenty of them. There are tons of them in Atlanta. What 3 advice can you give them on just helping them to kind of like make the right decision as far as management, make the right decision as far as the type of tracks that they're gonna submit, and make the right decision as far as who to submit the tracks to?
As far as management goes, you just gotta find somebody that's gonna work as hard as you are, or harder. And it's kind of difficult for me to find somebody that's gonna work harder than me because I'm never slowing down. But that's for management. You gotta find somebody that's gonna work for you. Then you said as far as track submission, you should make what you're gonna make. Like, be yourself, be an individual in your music. That's one of the biggest things. Like, nobody wants what they can go get from a drummer boy, or they will go get it from drummer boy.
Exactly.
So you gotta be you.
Exactly.
And then, what was the other part of the question?
What was the other question? Okay, moving on. No, what advice can you give them as far as them coming up in the game, you know, trying to make their way? And we all know, I'm quite sure you went through it, you know what I'm saying, that whole, you know, start, stop, man, I don't know if I should continue this because I've spent a lot of time and I've spent a lot of money and I'm not really getting anywhere. Right. Now you finally made it. What advice can you give to that next producer coming up?
Never quit. Never give up. If this is what you want to do it. That's the best thing I can say to somebody.
So what advice do you have for the whack producers out there that keep submitting garbage to these? Okay, I'm sorry, that was wrong. I don't want to put you on the spot like that. I don't want to put you on the spot because next thing you know, you'll be doing a collaboration with, you know, the next whack producer, and then it's like you like, hey, you was talking about me on camera. So, in all seriousness,
I want to speak on that for real though.
Oh man, I was trying to help you out. All right, go ahead.
You can never really be a whack producer. Maybe you haven't grown to your potential yet. Maybe you shouldn't be submitting tracks just yet. Maybe you should work on your sound a little bit and then start submitting tracks. You got a better chance.
But I'm talking about the dude that's 42 years old.
Oh.
He ain't never had a job. He living in his mom's basement. He got Fruity Loops, and he running it on a Pentium 3 with 1 gig of memory. You know, I'm talking about the dude that should not be near anything that rhymes with MPC. I mean, what do you say to that dude? Like, I mean, because think about it, there are really a lot of producers, but there's an extraordinary amount of whack producers. So what kind of tips could you give them to, like, you know, step their game up?
That's a tough one, man. You just gotta maybe hang it up, man. I don't know. I'm just playing, man. You gotta. I don't know. That's a tough one.
You being a good sport. You being a good sport.
I'll take this one. So we all know that every major producer has their own sound, their own technique, their own uniqueness.
Right.
What is Kill Will's uniqueness? What is Kill Will's sound that's kind of separates you from everybody else that's out there?
I don't know, man. If I told you, I might have to kill you.
Damn. Is that serious?
Nah.
Come on, man.
I'm kind of like real synth heavy. I use a lot of synth sounds, but I kind of try to affect them in a way that nobody else does. So they kind of turn out a little different. Try to carry a lot of energy in the tracks.
Okay.
Now, how did you come by the name Kill Will? Because me, I would be a little concerned. I'm not gonna call myself Kill Lee because my wife will tell you, I'm Pat. So it's like you trying to kill Lee, it ain't gonna go down so easily for you. And I'm nice with mine. I mean, I'm really nice with the steel. I got to sing. So I'm like, where you come up with Kill Will?
Some of my homies start calling me that, I guess, because it rhymed and it just stuck.
It ain't because you're a killer.
Nah, not at all.
Okay, because it looked like you had. It looked like you had that. It looked like you had that tattoo removed. Going on your eye right there. It's like, you sure?
I'm a good dude, man. I'll be chilling.
Most of the killers I know say they good dudes.
Maybe they do.
So what kind of equipment do you use in your studio?
I use a bunch of stuff. I try to stick with software because it's so universal. I can go anywhere and pick up on somebody's logic or reason, but I use a bunch of stuff.
Any engineering in your background?
Yeah, I actually ran a studio for a little while. I can mix, kind of pre-master, not really master so well, but a little bit.
So what are you looking forward to in the future? So you got this big break, and the one thing that I've noticed with a lot of producers is they'll get that break, but they won't capitalize on it. They'll just stop right there. What are you going to do to set yourself apart to say, okay, I've got this big break, now I'm going to capitalize on this and leverage it into other opportunities?
I'm in the studio with whoever want to be in the studio with me. Let's make a hit. Let's get some money. And keep moving.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you have the bargain basement beats? Like, I got $50. And I want some heat. And it's like,
But you know though, seriously though, people want to know this. And I just want to interject before you answer that question. One of the reasons why we do this at the Ultimate Spotlight CMV TV show is we put a spotlight on people in the background who make artists, who make entertainers and stuff like that. And a lot of times you guys don't get that recognition. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do what we do. And I just want to let you know before we finish that we really appreciate having you here, and we are really, really impressed with what you're doing. Okay?
I appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, definitely. So going forward, since you have that #1 hit, who have been calling you? I know you've been getting a lot of calls like, oh, I want him to do a beat for me. I want him to give me a #1 like he gave Birdman and Lil Wayne. So who have been calling you right now?
I got a bunch of stuff going on. I don't want to say too much because I might get in trouble.
Okay.
I got a bunch of stuff going on. I've been working with a lot of people's favorite artists.
Okay. 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 All right.
Shit, well, my favorite artist is Willie Nelson. He gave you a call?
Maybe not your favorite artist.
No, but seriously, so let's bring this back to reality now because we've been tripping on film here.
Oh no, we need to go back to the bargain basement prices.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, let's get an answer to that one. So and in all seriousness, so you got some artists out there that are trying to make it. They don't have the funds. I mean, they just don't have the capital, but they may be extremely talented. Like lyrically, they may be nicer than anything on the radio. They come to you and they say, I don't have that much money, but I know you can do something with this. What do you have for them?
I send them straight to Big Von, man. I mean, not to sound like I'm above anybody, because I'm definitely not. I came from nowhere, and I just send them to Big Von. Maybe we can make something happen, and maybe we can come up with a hit, and you can be the next thing over one of my beats.
Okay.
It's definitely possible.
Well, do you think that the music world, the music landscape has changed because of the economy? Because you are the second producer that's come out of nowhere that's nabbed a big single. Like I forget his name, but we spoke with the producer of Power for Kanye West, and he's a kid out of Dallas. No one's ever heard of this guy. He submitted the track. Boom, it got picked up. Do you think it's because of the economy, or they're tired of the same old producers?
Maybe a little bit of both. Like, they don't want to spend as much money for big records, and it may just be that guy has one of the hottest beats Kanye ever heard, because that's sick. Like,
okay. Okay, so for the female fans, are you married? Are you single? What's going on?
I'm single. I'm playing the field, kind of, but not really. You know, I don't want to be too promiscuous or nothing like that.
Okay.
You know, if I meet somebody, I meet somebody.
Okay. All right, ladies.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You got the big single. You got the Bugatti in the garage. It ain't time to be trying to, get with nobody. This ain't no one-off time, homeboy. It's like, give me another word for menage, because name of menage a trois.
Threesome?
I mean, dude, this ain't the time. It's like, ladies, you should have got on the bus before I left the station. You out of there now. No.
Yeah, I mean.
No regular chicks. And if they regular, they got to be extra regular. That ain't how you do it. What you do, you either go with the super dime piece, right? When you make it, you go with the super dime piece that's disposable, or you go with the extra regular chick that's disposable. You don't deal with the middle chicks. They ain't worth it right now. I'm telling you. So,
yeah, man. I don't know what to say to that.
I'm trying to give you some sage advice right here.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the advice.
Right now, you on your way to stunt. Like, are you going to the Grammys this year?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What seat you in? You in the silver or the gold?
Yeah. I gotta ask Vaughn. I have
okay.
no idea.
We're gonna be there.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna be in the show.
That's what's up.
Well, not on stage. I'm gonna be in my seats. But yeah, let us know, when you get out there, we hook up, go out to dinner. We got some Grammy parties to hit out there.
For sure, that's what's up.
All right.
All right.
See that big thing's popping.
Exactly. So you heard it here first. Kill Will is single, ladies. So you need to hit him up, okay? On the Ultimate Spotlight CMV TV show. Thank you all very much.
Make your woman bite the bullet. Sitting in my hog, tell my chauffeur to the penthouse. Pockets so deep, it's like my money gotta swim out. Molly said, Scoob said, I'm still the best overall, like a jumper. Reason FF, fire flames bitter. $100 million, pocket change.
All right, so you've heard it from Kill Will's own mouth. Ladies, he is single. So if you can catch up with him in Cincinnati, hey, have a go at it. So we had the opportunity to catch up with Tocarra Hamilton, who currently has a new single out called Go. and also the producer that is responsible for the hottest #1 hip-hop single in the country right now, which is Kill Will, and we're talking about Fire Flame Spitter with Birdman and Lil Wayne. So, the Ultimate Spotlight isn't just about major artists and producers, but it's also about artists that is on the verge of a new single, of a new album, or just has that it factor. I'm Patrick Kelly for the Ultimate Spotlight CMV. Good night.